everybody, so this morning Sarah and I are here at my house and we're going to be making some healthy alternatives to your traditional fall desserts. The first recipe we're going to try is going to be a cream cheese pumpkin coffee cake. Some people think it kind of tastes a little bit like a cheesecake, which sounds like dessert to me. I did choose this recipe, but we're altering it just a little bit. We're going to do 2 dropperfuls of the stevia. It says you're going to mix this with the butter until it's soft. I'm going to mix this together and she's going to separate the eggs, and we're going to only use 4 eggs for this recipe. She's so much better at that than I am.
Except that shell.
Perfect. Okay, so we have the 4 egg yolks in here and the half cup butter, and now we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay.
I hear Lucia in the background asking to watch Team Edge.
My mom's helping with her today. Okay, so she's going to whisk the eggs now. That's 4 egg whites, and I'm going to add a cup of the pumpkin puree. It's just pumpkin puree, organic pumpkin puree. It's not
puree.
Puree. It's not, you know, pumpkin pie mix.
It has no sugar. It's just only pumpkin.
We're going to be adding a little bit more of the flour since we're using almond flour instead of coconut flour. So this is about 1.25 cups of almond flour. A teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, and then we're going to beat this cake batter until it's all mixed, and then we're going to be folding in the egg whites.
Yeah! Now we're going to fold the egg whites into the pumpkin mixture.
I hope nobody is judging me on my folding.
Your folding skills?
Folding technique. I know you're supposed to be very gentle.
Yeah.
You gotta incorporate it also. Now we're gonna start on the cream cheese filling. The filling has 8 ounces of cream cheese, and then it's got 1/4 cup of butter, and we're gonna do 2 dropperfuls of stevia.
Be careful. I feel like everyone's obsessed with the pumpkin spice movement.
I think that sounds so funny.
And I normally wait till October because I feel like if you start in September with fall decorations and fall food and all that kind of stuff, it's a full 3 months because I normally wait till the day after Thanksgiving to do my Christmas decorations.
More butter? Oh my gosh. Oh, I have more butter.
So normally for videos like this, you should probably like make the recipe ahead of filming the recipe, but my mom doesn't like to do that. She likes to just fly by the seat of her pants.
This is true.
She's always like, more, now we need more of this. I didn't have that, I wasn't prepared. I'm like, you should probably do it before.
I had everything I needed. I just, when I went to the store, for some reason it was on my list. I didn't get butter, but luckily I had just enough butter. So, for the crumble topping, which we're making now, it's going to be 1/3 cup coconut flour or almond flour, which we're going to be doing. 1/4 cup of butter, and then we're going to do cinnamon and more stevia.
Hold on one sec, don't use that. I have a recommendation.
Okay.
Do you have coconut sugar?
I do.
I think that would be much better in a crumble.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Love that idea. And they didn't say to add pumpkin spice to this, just cinnamon, but I'm doing it.
When I do crumbles with like regular ingredients, like bad for you, unhealthy ingredients usually, I always put oats in it.
I don't think I would like the oats on the pumpkin cream cheese coffee cake / cheesecake. Oats
Maybe
doesn't sound right.
Cheese, but I think it's still a teaspoon.
No.
Yeah. Comment down below if you think that oats would go well in the crumble part, or if you agree with my mom that they would not go well. Because we're not going to put it in because she won't let me. Hi, Lucia. This is very buttery, so I don't know. You could add more flour. This is how I work in the kitchen every day. Just in case anyone's wondering.
We're going to put this in at 375. Right in the middle of the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, so we've got Lucia over there. She's watching a Team Edge video. She loves to watch her daddy and her uncles I don't know if you can hear that in the background. She loves it though. Once in a while she gets to watch. So our next recipe is going to be Paleo Pumpkin Chocolate Chip cookies. It's a pretty simple recipe. We're going to put all the wet ingredients in one bowl, all the dry ingredients in another, and then fold it together. Alright, so we're going to start with
almond butter.
And we're going to use this raw organic white honey.
So the honey first, how much is in this?
That's a half a cup. We have a 1/4 cup pumpkin puree, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to start on the dry ingredients. 1 cup of almond flour, and then we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda.
How much of this?
1 teaspoon.
And what is this? Pumpkin
pie spice. This calls for walnuts, but we just decided to skip the walnuts because some of us can't eat them. Okay, then we're going to just take the dry mixture and fold it into the wet. Okay. And then I got these delicious Ghirardelli dark chocolate morsels.
It's like really a peanut buttery consistency.
Yeah. Check that out.
It smells so good. And my grandma a second ago was just saying, too bad you can't record this way that smells.
Yeah, it does smell really, really good. So pretty. Yum. We were talking about how Trader Joe's somehow manages to just feel like more of a fun,
welcoming.
Yeah, welcoming, but it's like not just an errand, like, oh, gotta go to the grocery store.
Like, I like shopping there.
Yeah,
I think it's fun.
And like my husband will ask me, you want to go to Trader Joe's? Yeah, or vice versa, and I'll say, you want to go? And he's like, yeah, let's go. It's just fun, and I can't quite figure it out why. The people are very nice, but they always have kind of like fun new things.
They always have a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, these are going to go in a 350 oven for about 15 minutes. Just don't forget to use the parchment paper. It makes such a difference. Just throw it away, you don't have to clean the pan. Put those in the oven.
Yummy. They're so good.
She said she just broke her fast to eat them, and she's...
I'm already done. This is the whole cookie, and I already ate the whole thing.
They look really
good. They're really good.
The girls have a snack now for after school.
The girls have an after school snack.
Hey everybody, Katie here. So this morning I'm over at Amanda's, and we are going to be making another healthy dessert or guilt-free option.
Not as guilt-free as theirs, but it's better than the original.
Amanda came up with this recipe, so she's gonna tell me what to do and I'm gonna help.
The guilty version is on my blog. This is the guilt-free version.
Sounds good.
We're making pumpkin spice muffins, but I don't know if I should add chocolate or not. It's not too sugary, but I'm definitely gonna add some chocolate.
That'll be a little bit similar to our cookie, but this is a muffin.
So I am gonna start adding everything to the mixer. I'm gonna have all of our ingredients all laid out, but some of them are combined. But the recipe, I'm sure it's gonna be down below in the description.
Just plain pumpkin puree, not
1 can of pumpkin.
You don't have to separate them. Yay. I keep finding recipes that I end up having to separate the eggs, which is kind of a pain.
You got the egg separator thing online.
I should get that, I guess.
Joey got this tool that makes it really easy to cut strawberries, and I don't know where it's been all my life.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Strawberry in the cutter, and then it just cuts it.
Huh, interesting. I love Joey's cheese slicer. It's like one of those marble blocks, I guess, and it has a wire that comes down, just slices that cheese. It's really nice.
Okay, now this is oil and water. This is oil and water together, but instead of vegetable oil, I'm using cooking coconut oil, and I got it at Target.
Oh, is there a difference between cooking coconut oil and coconut oil?
The cooking coconut oil stays liquid all the time.
Learning something new.
Non-GMO, and you can use it for any kind of vegetable oil.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So we had a little helper here this morning. She had to go home, but she put all the little muffin liners, so you can either grease the muffin pan or put the little liners in there.
Oh, this is way better.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah, because it makes so many that I just give them away and everyone. I think I'm so thoughtful.
Well, this one's not. Yeah, I mean, we could eat this. This is healthy.
Well, I'm still adding some sugar because I don't know how the honey would taste in this. But I'm adding 1/4 of the amount of sugar. So 1/4 of a cup instead of 2 cups. And
I'll note that down below in the comments. I like all her little gold measuring cups and everything. They're so cute. Okay. So she's going to start blending all the wet ingredients, and then all the dry ingredients we are going to sift and then add later.
Oh, I should probably plug it in first.
That's probably a good idea.
It's a little chaotic.
Yeah, we just had Sarah and all the girls here, and it was very chaotic for about a half an hour.
Yeah, so just blending, just mixing till blended, not over mixing.
Oh, so not very long at all. Okay.
No, just mix until the eggs are all blended.
Just till blended.
You gave this to us.
I did?
Yeah, I think when we first got engaged. You
Just
gave
one
it in
random
like a picnic basket full of stuff.
Oh, yes,
and
now I
this
remember.
was in it.
A bunch of different
it's
colored
like-
bowls, I think. or
You gave me
something.
a bunch of different colored plates, like tapas plates, and then this bowl and some wooden silverware that was sadly bit the dust. Because this, and you gave me that cutting board
Oh.
right there.
I just didn't remember.
And
the
this
bowl.
is like my favorite bowl because it has the grip
The
on the
rubber.
bottom and it just looks brand new still.
And it's nice because it's deep. And sometimes, you know, when you put flour and stuff in there, it just goes everywhere. So.
Matthew uses a lot for popcorn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Luna plays with
Nice
it a
to
lot.
know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna add the flour. And this is baking soda, salt, and pumpkin pie spice.
They're going to have a really smooth consistency since we're sifting.
Yeah. This is one of the secrets to baking. You don't want to add all of the flour at once.
Right. Okay, so now we're starting to mix in the dry ingredients. We've got the oven set at 325, or is
Yes.
it? Okay. With the recipe that Sarah and I made, I added big chocolate Ghirardelli. They're like a round chunk. They're huge, which means that I can't even eat those cookies at night because they'll totally keep me awake. So she's like, I don't know if I should add chocolate or not. So just depends on if you want to eat them at night, and if that doesn't bother you, then
I feel like that's
you know.
the only time I eat chocolate.
Oh,
is at
really?
night. Now I'm gonna add the chocolate.
Oh, she's adding the chocolate, but she said she likes the little
I
chips.
do. I like the mini chocolate
A
chips.
better sample.
And they're just better. You don't get like a giant mouthful of chocolate.
I don't mind a giant mouthful of chocolate.
Well, when I make mini muffins, Luna loves them, and I don't want her eating giant mouthfuls of chocolate. All right, I forgot to add the butter, guys.
So
This
just a
doesn't
stick
look
of
right.
butter.
Yeah, let's hope this is better. I don't know. I don't know where my brain is. It's been kind of a crazy day. Me, when I try and make up recipes, I go off other people's and I make them first and then I tweak it.
Yeah, that's usually what I do too. I don't
like-
always take the time to write it down, which drives my family crazy because if they like it, they don't get it again.
That's been my problem. I'm like, oh, this is good. Give me the recipe. You're like, I made it up.
Yeah.
All right, that does need more sugar.
It does need more sugar.
Add more sugar.
Okay, so almost guilt-free. Almost guilt-free.
You know how you and Sarah don't like grass-fed butter?
Right.
I don't like coconut sugar and stuff. It has too much of a
Somebody else said that in one of my comments.
It has too much of a distinct flavor and it's not a great aftertaste. Like regular sugar is very like mild, like you don't know it's there. And like you know how brown sugar has the molasses.
Yeah. Everybody likes something different. I don't want to have sugar or sweetener in my coffee.
That's way better.
So normally I like to add coconut sugar, and I like it in my coffee.
I know. And stevia in coffee is not good. No.
Oh, stevia in coffee is terrible.
I do put coconut sugar in my coffee. I don't know what I'm talking about. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I like it in my coffee.
But also one of the ways to tell if your baked goods are gonna taste good is to taste the batter. If the batter's good, when it's cooked, it's good.
That may be true. She's got
This
a
is
little
my favorite thing in the
pampered.
world, guys.
Mine is Pampered Chef, so I was assuming yours is too.
No, mine's Target. The only reason I started making mini muffins is because
I could eat 5 of them.
oh yeah, that's what ends up happening to me.
Yeah.
Is that if I want to give Luna something, I can just give her one and be like, that's all you get.
Yeah. They look really yummy. So we're getting, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but there's a lot of voxing going on. We use this app called Vox, and it's like a family chat that we set up. It's going off in the background because my son and son-in-law's channel, Team Edge, had, exotic animals at their studio this morning.
They are wild animals.
Yeah, so everybody's talking about it and sending each other pictures and all that stuff, but that was pretty cool. The girls got to miss half day of school so they could go and...
Oh no, they missed the whole.
Oh, they missed the whole day.
They missed the whole day.
It's a good excuse that, you know, they're
When
learning about real, you know, exotic animals. That's pretty cool. Her recipe, 325. about 15, 20 minutes.
Like, just check to see if it's good. Do the toothpick check.
Okay, so they're just so perfect looking. Consistency.
These aren't as good as my last one. I don't know why. I think I did things out of order.
They match your shirt.
They do, perfectly.
Okay guys, well thanks for tuning in for healthier, guilt-free options for desserts. We'll see you next time.